Hello, my lovelies. Happy Wednesday. We are doing your shadow work a day early. Normally, I would post it on Thursdays. I feel like doing a bunch of videos today, so you're going to see me on your FYP, hopefully, right? We'll see. All right, what do we need to know from our shadow side? What is hidden that we need to work through this week? What shadow work do we need to see? Oh, interesting. We have a card from the other deck in here. All right, we need some boundaries. I feel like you've been enough of a fucking doormat for far long enough. So it's time to not do that anymore. It's time to have some boundaries. I feel like we're starting to make adjustments, energetically speaking. We're starting to stick up for ourselves. We're not going to allow people to cross that line in the sand any longer. And we're not going to allow people to trample all over us. If we have been a doormat, that is slowly starting to change. I feel like with the 10 of Wands, we're releasing a really heavy burden. I feel like energetically things are starting to change. It's almost like the scales are starting to tip is what Spirit's showing me. Where things might have been really heavy, weighing us down, that things are starting to release and be able to become lighter. So energetically, I feel like there's a lot of things that are going to slowly start to change. I feel like there's been a lot of disappointments when it comes to love and relationships. I feel like we're not settling anymore. That you either have to meet or exceed expectations, or we're just going to do it by ourselves. We'll be single. That's not an issue. I feel like especially for certain women in the collective that I feel like sometimes it's just easier to do things alone. It's like you don't want to have to go back and redo things. You don't want to have to set yourself up for future disappointments. So you're just fine doing things on your own. But I feel like that could also be changing. I feel like Spirit energetically is starting to align us with people who really match our frequency, who really align with our goals and our values and share either our belief system, our views for the future, and things that we wish to achieve. So what is keeping you stuck? Because there's something that's hindering that growth and progress forward. What is it? Is it you? Is it a mindset? Is it something in your 3D reality that needs to shift, change, or be released? Because there's something that is hindering that progress forward. Part of it might be your spiritual journey. The Hierophant is all about ascension. It's about tradition. And when it's in the shadow, it's about breaking that tradition. Maybe you're not a traditional person. Maybe you're somebody who wants to break the mold, step out of a comfort zone and do things your way. Lucky for you, we're entering the age of Aquarius. And so that's all about breaking tradition, doing things differently, and seeing that the energy doesn't have to be the status quo. We can break the mold. We can shatter those glass ceilings, and we can do something different that works. This is also a card about ending marriages. The Hierophant in the shadow in this deck is about dissolving things that don't work. You also have the 10 of Cups in the shadow. So some long-standing relationship is coming to a close. Whatever that happens to be for you, this cycle has reached an expiration date and it's time to throw it away. No matter what this happens to be for you, I feel like it's been a long time coming, and I feel like that is echoed by the 10 of Cups and the Hierophant, the Hangman. Definitely something you've carried for a long time, so we definitely want to release those things. It's funny, I keep having cards from the opposite deck in here, so we're going to read it that way today. I never normally do that. All right, so there's been a lot of conflict, a lot of arguments, a lot of upheaval, a lot of animosity, competition, rivalry, and clashing egos. And that's where we need to actually have some boundaries. If you don't, why don't you? Why do you want to be used for a doormat? Why do you want to be a people pleaser and have none of your own needs or goals met? That needs to change. You deserve to be happy too. And when you're trying to people please, the only person who ends up unhappy constantly is going to be you. So make some changes that reflect that. I feel like in business, slow and steady wins the race. It's going to take some time to get to these goals that you want. Financially speaking, you'll get there, but it's going to take some time. Pentacles take a while. It could be years, in fact, before you finally start to see results, but I feel like the wait is almost over, that things are starting to change. All right, I'm going to pull out all of the cards that are from the opposite deck, and let's see what the message is for us today, because they're not supposed to be in here, and I definitely didn't do that on purpose. There's one more. Interesting. All right, let's see what we have here. the Empress. The divine feminine is starting to come into her power. And so she's stepping into her feminine energy. It's not about gender and tarot. It's about the energy. And we embody male and female energy within all of us. Sometimes we're in our masculine, sometimes we're in our feminine, and sometimes we find the balance, and that's the best way. The Empress is all about creation. So are you getting creative of what you want for your future? Maybe you are finally in your divine feminine energy, the softer side, the nurturing, empathetic, caring, compassionate, intuitive, creative, nurturing energy that embodies the Empress. I feel like these past people didn't see your worth. They didn't see your value. That does not mean that you are not valuable. It simply means that they could not see it and they are not energetically aligned with you. In order to move forward, I feel like we have to first take a harsh look in the mirror at what is not working within us. We can affect the change we wish to see by starting with us, with number one. You have to be willing to face your fear in order to change anything that isn't working. So acknowledge it, embrace it, and realize that your shadow self actually helped to protect you from negative things in your life, and it helped to get you where you are today. So face that with courage instead of fear, and face your fears in the mirror and dissolve those. I feel like there is this energy of fearing the change because we don't know what the future holds. Instead of fearing it, embrace it and go with the flow and see where life takes you. We have the King and the Queen of Coins. I do feel like for some of you, you are maybe in business with somebody that things aren't working out. And you're dissolving that contract. For others of you, it's a marriage or a long-standing relationship that's not working that you're going to get rid of. And I feel like in its place, you start coming into this energy of really just like success. They're showing me bags of money and dollar signs. And I feel like you could be building an empire with somebody who's very like-minded and who really desires to be successful, to build a legacy, streams of wealth, streams of income, that you don't have to work hard any longer. You have to work smarter instead of harder in this next reality. And I feel like Spirit's trying to show you that things can be exponentially better if you allow the changes to occur. Wow, interesting. All right, so what else do we have? Yeah, okay, so we have the King and the Queen of Coins, plus we have the 10 of Coins. What you survived will not be your future. That's a very interesting message from Spirit. What you survived will not be your future. You are exponentially going to grow. I feel like financially things greatly improve. The 10 of Pentacles is like an inheritance, sudden wealth, lottery wins, unexpected income, unexpected success, and it benefits you and future generations to come. This is never having lack again with this 10 of Coins. So I feel like whatever is changing for you is going to be something that future generations of your bloodline will benefit from. Wow. Okay, let's see what else we need to know about this message. Show me their final outcome for the week, their shadow work. Ace of Cups, somebody new that matches your energy, somebody that brings in that emotional fulfillment where things have been lackluster, they change that. 10 of Cups. You are turning something negative into a positive. It is a new person. It is not an old person. It is somebody new that comes in and brings you that emotional fulfillment. You're on the same page. You're going to build an empire together. Maybe you work with this person. Maybe you do something that you collaborate together that pays off, but it is a team effort here. It leads to marriage. I love this. Okay, so we have the Empress out here, the 10 of Cups. We have the 10 of Cups in the shadow. We have the 10 of Cups in the light side. We have the Hierophant in the shadow. We have the Hierophant in the light side. All right, Spirit, show me. I feel like wealth, money, love, all of it are going to go hand in hand with you and this person. Really strongly do. And we have it coming in quick with the Chariot card. So something is changing quickly for the better. And this person's coming in with their cup of love. I feel like you need to be cautious with their feelings because this person definitely desires commitment with the right person. So let go of any sort of deception or people that are no good for you and go towards something that's better. Say no to toxicity. Say yes to positive. Look out for any sort of illusions or deception and see the truth for what it is, because the truth is you have a wish fulfillment for love, for money, for success, and happiness that is coming in divine timing. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you soon.